Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the today's class. Net connection పోయిందా? వచ్చింది. So we are going to look at some gate level modeling examples. Okay, fine. The last class we have started of describing the byte comparator. So for simplicity, I'm going to take a 4-bit comparator, not 8-bit comparator, so that you can extend it to the 8-bit comparator. Okay, so I will describe the 4-bit comparator as well as its test bench. So different modifications, what kind of modifications are possible, we can do all these things, we'll see. Okay, fine. So as we have seen in the last class that we have, for example, a comparator is having 4-bit size. Okay, not 8-bit I am taking, only 4-bit. Okay, this is called A, for example, this is called B. Okay, and we have only one output called equal. Okay, so what is its responsibility? What is the responsibility of the circuit? When A and B are equal, then output is equal to 1, otherwise output is equal to 0. Okay, for that one we have chosen exclusion OR gate. Okay, so we have chosen exclusion OR gate. So XNOR is chosen. Since for exclusion OR gate, if two inputs are equal, the function output is equal to 0. If both are different, the function output is if both are equal, the function output is 1. If both are different, the function output is 0. Okay, that is the reason why we have taken that one. So I'm going to take now the diagram XNOR gate 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let me consider this is called A naught, for example. This is B naught. Why I'm saying like this? Normally, when we are writing the vector notation, yeah. So in the vector notation, A stands for A of 3, A of 2, A of 1, A of 0. That's what the meaning of this one. Similarly, for the B is equal to B of 3, B of 2, B of 1, and B of. Okay, I think I will take this. Here A stands for A of 3, A of 2, A of naught, A of 0. Okay, and B stands for B of 3, B of 2, B of 1, and B of 0. Right? So, but I'm not going to write A of 0, A of 1 like this in this diagram. So, conventional method I'm using. Okay, so the conventional method is so A1, A2. Okay, this is called A3. Sorry, this is B2. A3, B3. This is A4, B4. Okay, so if A naught, B naught is equal, for example, the function output will be 1. XNOR, right?
A naught maybe B2 and
Yeah, A1, B1.
A2, B2, A3, B3.
Yeah, A2, B2,
A3, B3.
A3, B3. Right, that's right. Okay, next this one. If both are equal to 1, the function output becomes 1. If this A1, B1 is 1, the output is 1. A2, B2 is 1, the function output is 1. A3, B3 is 1, function output is 1. If all are equal to 1, then only the function output will be 1. So for that one, we are going to use an AND gate. And we have an output is called equal. So connect these things here. If any one of the input of the AND gate is equal to logic 0, the function output is equal to logic 0, which means that both things are not equal. For example, I'll consider in this way. For example, A is equal to 1, 0. For example, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 1. So what is the output you can expect? So here this value becomes 0. Okay, this value becomes 1. This value becomes 1. This is 1, fine, 1, fine, 1, fine. But because of this one, 0. So both A and B are not equal. So why? Because A is equal to, initially we have taken 1, 0, 0, 1. But B's we have taken 0, 0, 0, 1. So for these things, it does not have any problem. But first thing is problematic.
So it's a mic situation.
Yeah, mic is there. Okay, I think it is not better way to look at this one. I have to consider this is in this way. 1, 0, 0, 1. This is called A0. This is called A3. Similarly, B0 is equal to 1, 0, 0, sorry, 0, 0, 1. Okay. So therefore, A0, B0 is not equal. So that's the reason why. For example, if I take A0, B0 is also equal, for example, 0. For example, A0 is 0. Then I can say that then both all are equal to 1, therefore the function output is 1. Okay, so this is the theory behind this one. Okay, fine. Now I want to describe this one with the help of Verilog, right? So I have a gate level circuit. నికలేదా అది మాస్క్ లేదా
ఇది అందుకని కన్సిడర్ జాబ్ వర్క్ అవుతుంది కన్సిడర్
So okay, so this is what the logical diagram that we have to mention. Okay, quickly let us write a Verilog program. Of course, everyone knows about this. Okay, we start quickly. So let us write a module comparator. So for example, comp underscore 4-bit. Okay, I'll write in this way. Okay, as you wish, you want to write it anything. So what are the inputs here now? So this is based on this one, we can write external view. So A is one input, B is one input, equal is another output. Okay, so I can write it the complete word also, it doesn't matter. Okay, for sake of simplicity and understanding. Okay, out of all these things, what are the input signals? Quickly let us write. Input 3 down to, input is 3 down to 0 of A. 3 down to 0 of A. So A also, B also 3-bit size, right? So you put comma here and you can write it here. So which means that A and B are both are 4-bit size. But the output is 1-bit size only. Okay, I will write output is separately. Output Y. Okay, so not Y, it's equal. So the same way that I need to write. So capital letter is the capital, small letter is small letter. Fine. Now, so far I didn't know about the Y's. Now I'm going to write. Okay. So I'm going to remove all these values. Okay. So this is the internal circuitry actually. So if you want to describe the first gate one, first G1 if you want to write, G1 if I want to write, G2 I want to write, G3 I want to write, G4 I want to write. Okay, or otherwise I can start with G0, G1, G2, G3. This is called G4. Okay, that is best way when you are representing in the digital circuits. Okay, for the G0, we know the A0, B0, but we don't know about the output. Okay, that's the reason why I want to write as T0, T1, T2, and T3. For G4, output is already defined equal. Okay, so therefore the internal wires are T0, T1, T2, T3. This is also I want to write it as a vector notation. Okay, Y 3 down to 0 of t, right? 3 down to 0 of t. Fine. Now I want to call one by one. Okay. First exclusive arget is it is a x naught.
G1,
This is
G
called g naught.
T,
Output is t of 0,
A naught,
a of 0,
B of 0.
b of 0. Fine. Next, similarly, I'll write another exclusive arget. 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 4 exclusive argets are required, right? So, but here I need to modify its values. Okay, just remove this one, remove this one, remove this one, this one, this one, this one. So instead of that one, I need to write different things. Okay, so here is T1. Sorry, here is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Fine. Last one is here is the G1, G2, G3. So last one is X,
And
A and E and
G4,
G4,
equal,
T comma.
take an equal.
So actually T is actually 4-bit size that we are using. Therefore T is actually 4-bit size. Yes, I need to write in this way. 3 down to 0, very, very important. 3 down to 0 of this one. Sorry, output gather I in first. Yeah, equal, comma,
T down to
T.
3 down to 0.
So actually 3 down to 0 is not necessary to write. T is, we can write it directly. Okay, because already T is available as a 3-bit size. Therefore I can write directly T. Okay, because T is actually in 3-bit size. That's it. Okay, that meaningful way that we'll write. Okay, T. Finally, we need to write AND module. That's all. So this is how we can do it. There are the 2 modifications that we can do here. Okay, one modification is that, so XNOR gates are 4 exclusive NOR gates we are using. Therefore, we can remove additional 3 exclusive NOR gate just by putting comma at the first statement. Okay, that's there. Another one is array of instance. Another one is array of instance. Therefore, we want to modify the circuit with the help of array of instance, right? So array of instance, what it says that, so I want to put this background. Okay. So I want to make all these comments. So if you want to write 4 lines or comment, what should I do? Single line comment is required or multi-line comment is required? Single line means every time I need to write 2 lines, right? 2 forward lines I need to write. Single line comment means this is how we need to write. Therefore, first line is commented. If you want to make the second line is also a comment, you have to write another 2 lines here. So instead of writing this in this way, I can also write different method. So that is called multi-line comment. You write it in this way, /*. And you have to use the */. So what does it mean? These 4 lines are under comment. Okay, it does not included in main program. Okay, it does not have any sense, right? So that's what I can do. Here I am going to write my program. Okay, what I'm going to write? Exclusive OR gate. So I'm going to use X naught. Okay, this is called G of. So very, very important. You have to remember this point. You should not forget.
3 down to 0.
G of 3 down to 0 of
Equal A comma.
what other things are there? What things are there?
Equal set first.
The output is T, right?
Okay.
Output T must be right, comma
A
A comma B. That's what I can write. So what we can call it, I want to write some small comment here. So this is array of instance. Array of instance. Okay, right? So I'm using the array of instance something like this. That means G of 3 is nothing but T of 3, A of 3, P of 3. And G of 2 is nothing but T of 2, A of 2, B of 2. That's what the meaning of this one, right? So therefore, the complexity of writing the program is reduces by using the error instance. Okay, this is another way. Okay, so if you are comfortable, you write it there. Otherwise, you can use this normal procedure. I hope you can understand this one, right? The same thing is applicable to byte comparator also. Okay, just only we have to change the gate instance name, right? So that's it. Now let us write a test bench for this one to modify this one, right? Test bench. Okay, so in the last class I have discussed only the middle points only. Now I'm going to write a complete program with a better understanding. Okay, so we'll start a module. So better underscore I'll write test underscore com 4-bit. So that is the best way. Okay, so this is how I'm writing the name of the test bench. Now inputs are represented by a register data type. Its values are 3 down to 0 of A comma B. No, T is not required. Okay, and only we need to write input and outputs only. Inputs are represented by register type, outputs are represented by byte type. So it is actually equal. It is actually equal. Okay, fine. Now I need to instantiate my component. So you can write, so whatever the name that I'm writing, so very important, don't forget. So whatever the way that I'm writing here, the same way I need to copy. Okay, without any errors, any differentiation. See here. So here the name is not mandatory. In the first module, test underscore comp underscore 4-bit. Here the comp underscore 4-bit not necessary. You can take it anything. But here it's very important. Okay. So the name of this module is M1. This is the name of the module is M1. So then it start, what are the variables I have given first? I have given A, B equal. So I need to write exactly the same way. A I need to write, B I need to write, sorry, equal I need to write. Equal. Okay. Now I'm going to write my text vectors. For that one, I'm going to use initial. Let us start begin. And here I need to write my test vectors. So A is actually 4-bit size, B is also 4-bit size. Altogether, how many combinations I need to form? 2 power 8 combinations, right? So A is a 4-bit size, 4-bit size. B is also 4-bit size. So how many combinations I can have? Total combinations is equal to 2 power 8. So those many combinations I need to write it here. So it is not the best way that all the 2 power 8 combinations writing here. Okay, therefore we have to use the simplest method. Okay, so for that one I'm going to write in this way. Please carefully follow my instructions. Okay, so what I'm going to write here is initially A value is equal to 4H of 0. So because since 4 bits I'm using, so it's better to write it in hexadecimal than that of the binary, right? And at the B is also the 4-bit 4H of 0. So at 0 nanoseconds of time, this is what happening, right? So I'm going to end this initial statement. Initially, that's why I want to do it here. Later on, A want to change for some time, B want to change for some other time. Okay. So what I can do is that I'm going to use always block. Always. I'll start begin. So I'm ending here. For example, at 2 nanoseconds, for example, A equal to A plus A plus 1 bit of 1. That's what I want to do. Okay. So that means initially A is equal to 0. After 2 nanoseconds, A becomes plus 1 will be added. Another 1 nanosecond, B is equal to B plus 1 bit of 1. That's what I'm doing. That means that initially B is equal to 0. At 3 nanoseconds, B is modified with another added by another one. Right. So that's what I want to do. So this block must be repeated all the time. This block must be repeated all the time. See, one small modification is that since I'm using one always initial block is meant for initializing A and B. Later on, always block I'm using for repetition of the block. Okay. So that's how I can do. Finally, I want to monitor the thing. So what I want to monitor initial. Okay. Dollar monitor. What I want to monitor, I want to monitor the time I want to monitor. It is in percentage of T. Okay. Next, I want to monitor A value is in percentage of H. Okay. B also I want to monitor percentage of H. And equal, so I'm not writing here I'm writing. So it is there when I'm converting into PDF, so it will take a lot of space. That's the reason why I'm writing here. So equal to percentage of, what is the equality format identifier, or maybe what percentage that we need to consider? Binary. Only one only. That's the reason why it is meaningful to say that it is in binary. Okay. So that's all. Okay. So these are in double quotes. So as it is, whatever the way that we have written, that will be shown in the monitor. Okay. And we have to put a comma here. Okay. And then write what we are using, $time, A comma, B comma, equal. Okay. I hope you have understand this point, right? So $time, A comma, B comma, equal. Okay, so that's it. Finally, I want to stop the simulation at what time? So many combinations will come. For example, we want to stop at, for example, 100 nanoseconds. I want to stop my simulation at 100 nanoseconds. Okay, initial. Hash 100 nanoseconds, $stop. Okay. Finally, I want to write end module. Okay, this is how we need to write the test bench for this one. So shall we develop what is the output or expected output it will be drawn from this test bench? Okay, we will develop the output from this test bench. So actually tool will generate, but now we know the theory, therefore we want to develop what is the output that it is generating, right? So let us look at this. Expected output. Okay. So what is the monitor that we have given? What way that we have given? First you have given the time. Therefore, first time will be set here. Time it will be right. What is the next one that we are writing? A will be written here. The B will be written here. Equal. Okay. So that is this is the monitor. It will be showing in this way. So first initially it will start with initial comment. So what is the initial A is equal to 0 at 0 nanoseconds of time? A is 4 bit of 0. So 4H of 0. B is also 4H of 0. So it will write at 0 nanoseconds of time, A is 4H of 0. B is also 4H of 0. What is the output? It shows that simulator will take these inputs and apply on the whatever the module that we have described, applied on that one, it will generate the output. What is the output it will generate? Both are equal. yes, output will be equal to 1. Okay. Now, initial statement is completed. Now, what we have to do? Only one time initial statement will be executed. Therefore, that's fine. Okay. Now it has two statement. Always statement is there. Another two initial statements are there. This initial statement is always will be executed. Why? Because monitor statement is there. Whenever there is a changes in A, whenever there is a changes in B, or whenever there is a changes in time, automatically monitors that change. That means all the time it will be monitored. Whenever there is a change, it will be noticed that one. Okay. Now, dollar initial statement, initial $100 stop will be executed at 100 nanoseconds. Up to that point, it is not at all executed. It will be active. Alage initial is as last but one initial also active. Okay. Now always block will be come into the picture. So in this always block, after initial is over, it has to wait for 2 nanoseconds to come. So therefore 0 plus 2 means how much? 2 nanoseconds. At 2 nanoseconds, A value how much? Plus 1 is added. So at 2 nanoseconds, A value is added by 1. That means 4H of 1 it will be. What of B? At 2 nanoseconds, B value remains in the previous value only. B is equal to 0 only. But B is changes after 1 nanoseconds. So therefore, B is remains same. That means 4H of 0. Okay. Now what is the output? This input will take into consideration. The simulator will apply on the module and it will generate an output. What is the output? Both are equal. Sorry, both are not equal. So it's 1, 0. That means it is 0 output. Okay. Next. So in the always block, another statement is also there. After 1 nanoseconds of 2 nanoseconds, B will be modified. So that will be monitored by monitor. So what it monitors, it will show that another 1 nanoseconds means 3 nanoseconds, right? Another 1 nanoseconds means 3 nanoseconds. What about A? A is not changing at 3 nanoseconds. That means it has to go for 4 nanoseconds, then only it will change. Otherwise, it will be the same. So at 4 nanoseconds, A is remains same, but B is modified by 1. Okay. Then what is the output we can generate? Both are equal. Therefore, the function output is equal to 1. Okay. Like this, we always block does not have any condition for that one. It is always repeating. Again, it will go back to 2 nanoseconds. So after completion of this one, again it will go back to this one. Okay. So here at 1 nanosecond, 3 nanoseconds we are at now. So 3 plus 2, 5. 5 nanoseconds, what is the value of A? At 5 nanoseconds. Sorry. So we are at 3. 3 plus 2 is added. Okay. So here we are at 3. Here we are at 3 now. And we are adding another 2 for that. So what is the value? 5 nanoseconds. It is a 5 nanoseconds. At 5 nanoseconds, what about A? A will be incremented by 1. So 1 increment just 2 together 2. So what about B? B is remains same. Are both are equal? Not. So therefore the function output is 0. So like this, it will be generating the output up to 100 nanoseconds. At 100 nanosecond, for example, okay, or I can say that at 99 nanoseconds, for example, okay, I'll write 99 nanoseconds. At 99 nanoseconds, what about H? H antadaya at 99 nanoseconds. What about H? After 16 nanoseconds, after 16 nanoseconds, 16 count is completed. Again, we'll go back to the again 0. Okay, until 32 will be completed. And again, another 16. 32 into 32 plus 16, 48. 48 plus another 16. So like this, it will be added and some value will be obtained here. Okay, so please identify that what is the value that is obtained here and what is the value that is obtained here, what is the value this one. Okay, and at 100 nanoseconds, dollar stop. So we have to say that dollar stop. Dollar stop means whatever the 99 value is there, that 99 value will be repeated. 99 value will be 99's value is repeated. So don't forget to do that one. Okay. Fine. So this is how the output will show by the simulator. Okay. So this is how we can see. Is it clear? I hope it is more clear. Okay. Now, let us write some other examples. With this, almost all the basics that I have cleared from the first example, second example, and third example, we have cleared all the basics of the gate-level modeling and how do we use the vector notation, how do we use the scalar notation, how do we use the array of instances, how to write different test vectors, generating the test vector, what are the different ways to generate the test vectors, all these things we have completed. Now we'll take some more examples and we can complete it. So let us take an example of 2x1 multiplexer. 2x1 multiplexer. Can you write the Verilog program for 2x1 multiplexer? So what the 2x1 multiplexer says that? So the 2x1 multiplexer is something like this. It has got two input signals. For example, I0. Another input is I1. So whether I0 will be selected as an output Y based on a selection line. Okay. If the selection line is equal to 0, the Y will be assigned by I0. If the selection line is equal to 1, for example, Y is assigned by I1. Okay, that's it. So that's the operation. Okay, so okay, so if you want to write a gate-level modeling, gate circuit is required for that one. Okay, so everybody knows from this truth table. So how do we generate the logical diagram for this one, gate-level circuit for this one? First, we should know the truth table. So from the truth table only, we need to generate. So from the truth table, so we can generate based on S, we will generate Y signal. So if it is I0, 0, I0 will be selected, 1 means I1 will be selected. From this, it is easy to understand that we can generate a Boolean equation from this one. Okay, Boolean equation. Simply we can write it. Y is actually S0 bar, sorry, S0 into S bar into I0 or S into I1, as simple as that. So from this one, we can draw the logical diagram. Okay. So this design already we have learned from the DLD class. Okay. So therefore, it is very difficult task to all the time we need to from the truth table to Boolean equation, logic diagram. We can directly write the logical diagram in general. So what is the logical diagram for this one? Okay, we have, so AND gate is required. S bar is required. For this one, this is called S. Okay, this is called I0. Similarly, we take another gate, S I1. So we have an OR gate is required. Put it here and take a common point called Y. So this is what the inside of your two cross one multiplexer. That means that whenever we want to write a gate-level modeling for any logical circuit, first we have to draw the truth table, from the truth table to equation, from the equation to logical diagram. If you know logic diagram directly, you can use that logical diagram. Without using the logical diagram, if you are writing the gate-level modeling is not advisable. Okay, so once we know the gate level modeling, gate level circuit, then only it is possible to describe. Otherwise, it's not possible, right? So fine. So let us write a Verilog program for this one. What is the Verilog program? Simple. Everyone has to write. Okay. So internal circuit, internal wires. So here we have a T1. This is called T2. This is called T3. So shall we go for vector notation or scalar notation?
Sir, I0, I1 not considered same, sir.
I0, I1 is available external to the circuit, right? So externally it is available, its names are available already, but T0, T1, T2 are not available because those things are internal to the circuit. Okay, let us write a module name. All of you please try to write. If you know these basics, then only we can go for more and more details. So it is called mux underscore 2 cross 1. I'm writing in this way. I'm using the vector notation also. Again, I comma S comma Y. So mux I comma S comma Y are my vectors. So out of all these things, inputs are 1 down to 0 of I. So another input, why I'm not writing another input just comma to the I?
Sir, అవన్నీ single bit.
Yeah, that is actually a 2-bit, S is a 1-bit size. So that's it. S is 1-bit size. See, what I'm trying to do, this is equivalent to say that in the vector notation, something like this. We have a input is 2-bit size I, we have a S, we have Y. That's what the meaning. Okay. So, and the output is the Y. Okay. So simply I'll write an AND gate so everybody can write. So from this diagram I need to write. So just I want to copy these diagrams so that it will be easy for me to. Okay, I will write here. Okay, what is the value? How do I write? First, NOT gate I will write. Okay, it's a NOT gate. It's the name of the gate is G1, for example. Okay, the output is T1. T1. Sorry, T1 is writing black letter. T1. Yes, that's all. Okay, S is an input, T1 is an output. Fine. Next, another gate is there. Sorry. Another one is AND gate. Okay, this is called G2. Okay, next one is
So T2.
yeah T2.
T1.
T1 comma I0. I0 we need to write in this way. I0 we need to write in this way. But T1, T2 I am writing the scalar notation, but I0 I am writing only the vector notation. Okay, please remember if you want to write it, T1 is also in the vector notation. You can also use that way. Okay, doesn't matter. So another one is AND G3. What other things are there?
T2 comma S comma.
Yeah, T3 comma T3 comma S comma I of 1. Okay. Another one is we need to write an OR gate G4. What is the things are there? Y, T2 comma T3. Right. Finally, we need to write AND module. Is that simple? Okay. We need to write AND module. Then again, we need to write some whiles are also here. I'm writing while here. While T1 comma. Yeah, we can write it there. 3 down to 1 we can write it, or 2 down to 0 we can write it. Okay. Just for the sake of differentiation, I'm using the vector scalar notation for the while. Okay. So this is how we need to write the Verilog program for the 2x1 multiplexer. Okay. Okay. Shall we write quickly the test bench? Okay. Test bench. Okay, so let us write a quickly, not quickly this test bench module test underscore mux underscore 2x1. For example, the register types are 1 down to 0 of I. Okay, 1 down to 0 of I. Next, another register is yes, wire is y. That's all. Next, what is the name that we have given directly? Small, right? MUX small letters I have written. Okay. So the same way I need to write MUX underscore 2x1 I have written. So the module, this is the module number 1. I have written first is I, next S, next Y. Okay, I should not interchange I and S. Okay, then it will be a problem. So we need to write initial statement for this test vector to write begin. So what are the different combinations I need to write? As we know that S and Y is written in this way, in the simplest form. It's I naught, I1, simplest form. But this is not sufficient to write here. But we have to convert all these things into the right binary information. So in that situation, I want to convert this test bench into test vectors into in this form. Yes, I of 1, I of 0, something like this, and Y. Okay. Now the vectors, how will the vectors will look like 0, 0, 0. We have 3 inputs tonight, right? So therefore, 8 possible combinations we have. 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Right. So what is the output now here? You can observe that if S is equal to 0, I naught will be selected, right? So I naught 0, 1, 0, 1. Better to write it in this way. Okay. If suppose IS is equal to 1, for example, yeah, that is actually, sorry, this not. So this must be selected, right? This is 0, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 1, 1. So therefore, anyway, we have to write these vectors inside of this one. So how do we write all, we have 8 possibilities are there. How best way that we can write? I have already discussed it previously. Just use one of the technique. We can incorporate that one. Okay. So, but don't forget to write initial monitor statement. $monitor, don't forget. $monitor. Do not forget. Something we have to write it here. And $stop also you should not forget. Okay. And finally, we need to write and module. So with this, we have completed almost all the basics of gate level module, right? So the remaining things we will see in the next class.